I go, they are being their true authentic self, and they're putting it out there because they're going to weed out all those applicants that don't have that ability or work ethic that want to do that and don't want to be part of something. And here's the other thing too. If you want to stand out, you got to do what 99% of the other brands are not doing out there. And you got to go out on a limb and take that risk and take that next step as far as employee branding. Put yourself on podcasts, use other non-traditional forms of media to get in front of candidates and be on their radar.
And I was going to ask that next, actually. How do you handle the balance between hiring quality people, but also keeping up with the new ways of marketing and social media? Now learning about content creators specifically for hiring. It's a whole new world out there.
Yeah, it's a whole new world. And again, it comes down to skill set and candidates out there that are continuing to upskill with technology, whether it be AI and other creative tools that are out there, are going to set themselves apart. Because so many, and it's true, so many of the roles out there are going to be replaced by AI. And the way you future-proof yourself is to be the master of those skills. So you could come in and add value, and you could be the operator that's controlling it with your creative marketing background and prowess behind it. So you really need to find a way to stand out and market yourself to these companies.
And we talk a lot about this technology, AI, on this show, kind of coming into the hiring process. But we also know, in just basic terms, the job boards like Indeed and Glassdoor, all of these application sites with technology. In your opinion, are recruiters still needed? Why are they still important?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're still going to need the human element for most jobs out there. Because as a recruiter, you need to understand a candidate's motivation, because that's what's going to close them. Everyone is motivated to take or leave a job for a certain reason. Is it money? Are you not happy where you are? Are you being pulled by factors at home, whatever it is? Because that's how you're going to close that candidate. You're going to lean into it. And I'm not saying it in a malicious way, but it's a sell. It's a sell, right? So you need to know what their motivations are, and that's a human side. On the flip side of that too, you need to be able to answer those questions that a robot can't do, and talk about the intrinsic values of an organization, talk about the hiring managers, the team, the expectations. Certain things cannot be automated. But what automation can do is get you so far the way the process as a company that allows more time for a recruiter to have the human time that is necessary to do it right.
And what are the tips for those recruiters when it becomes to that human aspect to kind of sell the job or keep people in the job? I know you mentioned it seems like the job market is dire, but the job seekers still have the choice to take it or not.
Yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, you do have the choice there too. And I really think it comes down from a recruiter side is the ability to listen. And how do you have the mental framework to sift through hundreds or thousands of applications to find the right candidate? And unfortunately right now, with so many good folks out of work, that if you're not a top performer, if you don't have those exact skills that they're looking for, your resume is not going to get to the top. Now we get to the top of the pile, and that pile is even thicker than ever. So now it's a recruiter's job to be able to have those conversations with the candidates and truly understand not just can they do what they said they do, but tell me, how did you figure it out? What was your contribution there? And help them and understand and listen to them properly articulate their background and skill set. And how did they figure out and problem solve within that role? Because that's what's going to set you apart in the interview.
And for the job seekers in that part, how do they get set apart? How do you make sure you're getting across everything you want? Because I know we talk about on this show a lot of people that lie on their resumes or pad their resumes, but for the people who are telling the truth but maybe aren't good at communicating that, what are your tips for that?
Get better at communicating. No, I'm dead serious about that.